Yo, listen, just like I told Coco, my vision is you already know though. So go, slow, back my logo, for show, logo. Now get down on it.
Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray, make it rain just to let you know.
On EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Falcons coming in at 7-5, going up against the Raiders, who come in at 10-2.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll look to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down, and the offense in search of 6 yards.
Gone!
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
No. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Detroit! Watch it now, Barney.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Going motion right, Snead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And taken right on the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a play fake here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Now back to throw. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Check Patriot! No, check Patriot! Patriot! All right, here we go. Detroit! No, check Patriot! Green, 39!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll begin the drive at Howard. Finding some room at midfield. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now they try the right side here. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Check, Patriot! Check, Patriot!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for him. He's got a man. Complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
So they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Dawson. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right there around the 35-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go!
On fourth down, it's Howard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here now come the Falcons. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Freeman again. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Second down now after the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back them up 5. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check. Patriot. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Evans has it left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, it's Howard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Play clock winding down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
All right, here we go. Back Leopard!
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Now Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Running right, this is Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! No. Patriot! Here we go now. Detroit!
Check it hungry.
Gun!
Crunch.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
This is Howard on 2nd down. About 3 yards there to the 27. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got Snead. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Going up top. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game, throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. On third down, it's Freeman, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will close the gap down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points. But boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks.
And this is caught. They give them a gain of 37.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
Let's go! Green, 39!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that touchdown just might do it.
I would agree. That probably does. Barring a miracle, they're in great shape.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. Oh, it got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.